When you've been in an auto accident, the aftermath can be very confusing. But the most important thing is to seek immediate medical care to evaluate and treat your injuries. In today's Know Your Rights segment, attorney Catherine Stone from Barbas Law is back to go over this very important process. Welcome again, Catherine.
Thank you for having me back.
We always enjoy you, and I was talking about the medical care. I think I said that funny, but medical care, very important after an accident. You hear that, but why?
Well, there's several reasons. Obviously, if you don't have to go to the hospital immediately or have to be taken by an ambulance, it's not uncommon that you wake up a day or two later and feel pain, and it's important that you go ahead and seek treatment for any pain or injuries that you may have sustained as a result of that accident. The biggest thing that I think people don't know is that your local primary care physician or your family doctor may not be willing to evaluate and treat your auto accident injuries.
Really? Now why is that? That takes me back. Why is that?
I don't know why some practitioners don't refuse to evaluate and treat auto accident patients, but and that's why you see a lot of clinics that specialize in auto accidents, because they're familiar with the types of injuries that arise out of auto accidents.
And I mean, safe to say it's one of those things where you can just Google and look up a clinic to see if that's one that does treat?
Yes, you can. You can call your primary care physician. There are family doctors that do evaluate and treat, but it's good to know whether or not your family doctor does treat in case you get involved in an auto accident. But I would also recommend that if you have sustained injuries or are in pain and you want to consult with an attorney, a lot of times attorneys can be a referral source to clinics that do specialize in auto accident injuries.
Well, and that's not the only thing either that you're supposed to talk with an attorney about. I mean, you and I were talking before we started the segment how important it is to let them know of any changes that you may make.
And that's also true. Whenever I have a client that comes in and has sustained an accident and they're treating, I want to know when that doctor refers them to a specialist. I want to know when that doctor refers them out for any diagnostic testing, such as MRIs or X-rays, because it really keeps your attorney informed on what's going on with you from a medical standpoint.
So very, very important to continue that relationship with an attorney.
Yes.
And we were talking about getting that medical care, getting that, making sure you're covered. Is there any kind of time limit that people need to be aware of, or is it kind of like just whenever?
Well, again, with regards to the time limits, the only time limit with regards to getting medical care is the 14 days to get coverage under your PIP portion of your policy. But with regards to any other time limits, it's really making sure that you're getting treatment on time.
You know, one of the things that I think is kind of confusing is how does the medical facility get paid after an accident? Is that something you need to be ready to do up front, or how does all that's icky?
It depends. If, again, if you go to a clinic that knows how to evaluate, treat, and also bill for auto accidents, then they will submit their bill directly to your PIP insurance company. Now, you may be required to pay a portion of that bill, but at first they will submit it to the insurance company to see if it can be processed and paid accordingly that way. You can use your health insurance to treat for your auto accident. Your insurance company, your health insurance company may have a lien on any recoveries that you get against an at-fault party. And there's also, you can be personal pay. In other words, you pay money out of your pocket if you don't have any access.
Wow, so much to navigate when it comes to the land of auto insurance and plenty more. And I know Catherine is a wonderful person to help even you navigate what I'm talking about. Well, barbaslaw.com/knowyourrights is a place that you can go and ask some attorneys questions. And Catherine is going to pick some and have her join us again on a show and answer your questions. So if you have anything that's sticking out in your mind, it's a great place to go.